Martin King Luther Jr. once said, "The solution to poverty is to abolish it directly by a widely discussed measure, the guaranteed income." Your Honor, and to all attendees of this court, I am here today with my team of Vancouver School Board students to talk about universal basic income. Universal basic income should be added to the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms as a right for all Canadian citizens over the age of 16. The gap between the poor and rich is rapidly increasing, while the middle class is shrinking. UBI is putting a fixed amount of money annually in every Canadian citizen's pocket starting at the age of 16. Each Canadian citizen over the age of 16 should receive a minimum of $1,000 per month. Canadian Payroll Association created a survey which asked 4,766 Canadians if they live their lives paycheck by paycheck. Statistics showed that nearly half of the Canadian workers are living paycheck to paycheck due to soaring spending and debt levels. It showed that 47% of working Canadians said it would be difficult to meet their financial obligations if their paycheck was delayed even by 1 week. It also found that 35% said they feel overwhelmed by their level of debt. Your Honor, let's touch up on health effects. When people are financially stressed and overwhelmed, it will negatively impact their health and lives. The official Government of Canada website states that people who are financially stressed are twice as likely to report poor overall health, 4 times as likely to suffer from sleep problems, headaches, and other illnesses, and is even more likely to experience strain in their relationships. 43% of Canadians say they are so stressed about their finances that it's actually affecting their performance at work. People live longer lives when they are less stressed. So, with an extra $1,000 in everyone's pockets, it will help a vast majority of Canadian citizens to meet ends. Alright, let's touch up on families and childcare. Currently, many new parents cannot afford to take time off work. Furthermore, parents may have to pay for daycare while they are at work, and this becomes a further financial strain on families. Since 2017, childcare has risen faster than inflation in 61% of Canadian cities. The median monthly cost of Canada for childcare can range from $175 to $1,675 a month. With the extra $1,000 a month, parents could afford to take time off work to spend quality time with their kids and take care of them. Or the money would be used to help pay for childcare. Your Honor, I worked in both fast food and retail industries. I can personally relate. When people don't buy things from the store, management wants to cut down labor because people aren't needed. But when people have extra money to spend, it will create more potential sales, which then people are needed to help meet those goals. Did you know UBI can create a boost in the economy? With the extra $1,000, people will spend more money. When people spend more money in their local economy, it creates positive effects, such as more jobs and more hours available for work. We all know that the government loves tax revenues, so they get their tax revenues when people buy more things, when big corporations make more money, and when there's more people employed, so they are taxable. Now, let's talk about prisons. Studies show that desperation is a common reason behind many thefts. A person may not have a job, a source of income, or have insufficient means to provide for their families. As a result, the person steals to feed the children or provide shelter. Under the criminal code, for theft under $5,000 comes with a maximum fine of $2,000 and up to 6 months in jail. This isn't including the offender murdering someone or if they are armed. The average of public spending on criminal justice in Canada is $20 billion per year. According to the federal data, the average annual cost per prisoner in a federal prison is about $115,000. The higher the security levels are, the more expensive it gets. However, with the extra $1,000, I believe that more people will have less incentive to steal. People wouldn't need to steal because they would have enough money to make ends meet. Now I'm going to talk about something that might touch people personally. I'm going to talk about student debt. In 2010, the average student debt was $15 billion nationwide. In 2018, students owed $28 billion in debt to all levels of government, $19 billion of which was owed to the federal government. With the $1,000 extra per month, teens at the age of 16 can make at least $12,000 annually. By the time they graduate, they can have up to $24,000 saved up for post-secondary. There are many opinions saying that UBI will crush the economy, UBI wouldn't work, UBI is just bad in general. So let's take a look at Alaska, for example. In 1976, Alaska voters amended the state's constitution to establish a permanent fund, an investment of oil and gas royalties paid by mineral companies. Since 1982, every man, woman, and child in the state has received an equal portion of this money, known as the Permanent Fund Dividend. The amount of the PFD ranges each year, but is often substantial. In 2018, it was estimated at $27,000 per person, but guaranteed income equaling $900 for a family of 4. Research shows that the guaranteed income offered by the PFD doesn't stop people from working, and that most residents report using the money to pay for basic living expenses. So why doesn't Canada have UBI? We have the land, we have the resources, and we have the minerals. Anyways, by having UBI, it will boost our economy, lower our public debt, and make our citizens feel more financially stable. Thank you, Your Honor. I rest my case.